Hello, parents, and this is Mary, and I'm giving you the last podcast from Camp Covecrest. I'm going to combine the last 2 days because it has been an epic adventure, and right now, your teens are on their way home. So get prepared. For some of you, it might look different than others. Some of your teens are going to come back with excitement, with lots of stories. Others of you, your teens are just going to want to go to sleep because they've had a long week of activities and just fun games. Some will be very vocal. Others might not know how to articulate what's happening. But the key for you this weekend, especially as they come home, is just to love them and be with them and just try to encounter their hearts on what God did during this amazing week. So just to highlight the last 2 days, yesterday was epic because we did messy games. Yes, and even I covered my head with like towels and various things because I did not want to be scrubbing my hair of mud for many hours. But we jumped in a big mud pit. We had activities with slosh and gross things that you definitely don't want to play in, but the kids loved it. I loved it, and we got really, really messy, and it was awesome. So you'll definitely see pictures about that. Then we went to the waterfall, cleaned off. Very much the symbolism of our week, right? We're coming in messy and leaving clean, closer to Christ. The evening last night was really focused around the Eucharist, since we're moving into the Mass, that we talked about really the apex of the Mass being Jesus in the Eucharist, that during the Mass the veils of heaven are lifted and we get to really consume and see and encounter Jesus, body, blood, soul, and divinity. And so I broke that open of the Passover and how that relates to the Last Supper and how that connects to the Mass and how do we encounter him and some stories. And we ended with adoration and procession. And last night was really beautiful because we processed in the evening where there are these lights around and you could see the stars in the sky. And at the end I had them turn off the light and just look at the heavens, just the glory of God revealed. It was just a really neat night. So every night it just gets better and better. And then today we kind of pulled it all together on the sending off. Like at the end of the Mass, the priest gives the final blessing and then sends us off, not to just kind of finish our life like we were doing, but now that we've received Jesus, we're called to go out and be Jesus. So today was like the wrap up on how they come home and love you, love their siblings, be a bit better witness of Christ. And so I would just encourage you to love them as they come home. Inquire, ask questions, look at pictures, give them space, but just walk with them as much as possible because God really has done some great, great work. So thank you for all that you do. I know sometimes your kids, your teens don't always say what you need to hear, and I know your job is tough as parents, but just know that you're doing good work and that God has them in his hands. And I've just seen the beauty of these teens. They're really amazing. And God planted some wonderful seeds and did some great work, and you should be very proud of your kids. So love them, and we hope to see you next year. Bring the messy game clothes, bring your excitement, send your teens. God is not done. Thanks for everything. I'll talk to you again. Bye, guys.